यशोदानन्दन व्रजनरञ्जन यमुनातीरावनचारी यमुनातीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining today for this Saturday evening. So, one second. Okay. So, today we're going to discuss a little about like our current position in this particular place, like what we are exactly doing here as a human beings, and why did we come here, what is the reason. And like most of us, we won't realize, some of us, they won't realize until death. So it's very important to know why we are here. So why did we take this human birth? Okay, so we're going to discuss a little about the topic today. I will try to cover my level best to cover each and every point that I gathered here. So first I would like to take you through our deities. Like you might have seen the deities on the for me is left corner, for us is left corner is Sri Sri Gauranitai. Whoever doesn't know Sri Sri Gauranitai, we're going to talk a little bit about these deities. And like maybe some of you feel they are new deities for you, but like we'll discuss them. And like in the middle you can see Sri Sri Radha Kirchor Gopinath, Radha Krishna. And on the right side you can see Sri Sri Jagannath Baladevan Shubhadra. So with their blessings and with all the Vaishnavas blessings and Srila Prabhupada's blessings, I am sitting here to give the knowledge whatever they shared with us. We are not talking anything with our own interpretation. We are talking based on the Shastras. Thank you. So before I start this conversation, I would like to just do prayers for our Acharya, who is the founder Acharya for entire ISKCON all over the world. So we're gonna recite only one mantra today. That is, everyone please join with me and we all recite together. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranimiltam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. I was born in darkest of ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Okay, thank you. So, before I start the conversation, today's conversation, I would like to start with a question. So, how many of you know the Ramayana, the story of Ram, Lord Ram? Everyone knows? You both don't know Ramayana? You know Ramayana? Okay, thank you. So most of us most of us know Ramayana, right? So like, I'm going to ask one question from Ramayana. So like, please help me to answer that question, whatever your points. You can pass mic to others. Okay. So my question is, why did Goddess Sita Devi captured by, why did she separated by Lord Ram? Does anyone know any answers? Why did she separated from Lord Ram?
Because she didn't follow his instructions. Because Sita Devi didn't follow Lord Ram's instruction.
Yes, she didn't follow Lord Ram instructions. Any others? Monil, stand. Monil.
Maybe that's the way they want to kill the Ravan.
Hmm?
Maybe that's the way they want to kill the Ravan.
Yes, that is one of the biggest truth everyone knows. Yes. And any others? Any other reasons that you know why did Sita Devi capture separated from Lord Ram? Okay, let's go through it. So we're going to discuss three things. Okay, and while we are discussing, try to observe these 3 points is connected with one small point that we need to understand what is the reason behind this. Okay, so if you see the first thing that Monil already mentioned, desire of Goddess Sita Devi. Okay, so after all, if you see, she had so carelessly discarded all the opulences that she had in Ayodhya to come with Lord Ram. Even she is not asked to go to exile for next 14 years, but she herself like followed Lord Ram, leaving everything aside. So she's so happy. She's so happy. She treated every minute Lord Ram as like everything. And she was there almost 12 years, facing all the obstacles. But even if you read Ramayana, like you don't see anywhere she struggled at any point in these 12 years, almost. And you can see some struggles of Lord Lakshman and as well as Lord Ram facing different obstacles, but they never discussed about Lord Sita is in any obstacles in that moment. She was so happy. But the first moment when she saw the golden deer and she attracted to that, and that is where everything started. One moment that she started looking outside, even Bhagavan is with her. Okay, only one reason for the separation, that particular desire. Okay, and let's dig deeper into this. Why did they all took particular avatar to came here to tell us something? So we all know the bad guy will die at the end, and the good guy, like we need to follow regulations and everything. But if you go little deeper to this, there is a Goda Rahasya. That means the secret. They are saying with this story that we have to capture it. What is that? See, our title says, where do we stuck? Where are we stuck? Okay. So, if you see, this particular story, Ramayana story, is not happened like around like 10,000 years back. It's happening every day, every moment. We all are we are all are part of this story. How exactly? I'm going to take you a little deeper. If anyone have any doubts, please feel free to raise and I am ready to answer. But like don't go with flow like if you stuck somewhere. Please try to answer a question anything that you have in your mind. Here, Sita Devi represent here every one of us who is sitting here. The soul. How did she born? Does anyone know how did she born in Ramayana? She appeared from Mother Earth. She didn't born. Second thing, when she has to go through the Agni Pariksha, like when she need to walk through the fire. So if you see, she didn't burn. It's one more sign that represents like the soul cannot be burned. Okay, and if you see at the end, she directly went into Mother Earth. So the soul is not destructible. She taken a position. We all take different position on everyday basis. Some of you may be student, they took some position. Some of you are playing as a father, as a role of father, and as well as role of son. We all are take positions on everyday basis. Like that, Mother Sita Devi took position of ourselves as a soul. The soul is indestructible. So she came here as a soul. What is the story here? We always connected with every minute. We always connected with Bhagavan. We are part of Bhagavan's pastimes. We are playing with Bhagavan. We are enjoying with Bhagavan all the time. But only one time we just looked outside and just looking something which is outside Bhagavan. Even she asked Bhagavan only. So he accepted. Okay, I will get for you. But only one thing that you need to follow, I am gonna give protection to you. Why? Because Bhagavan cannot be live without us. Okay, we are thinking, we are looking for Bhagavan. But like actually, if you are thinking about Bhagavan 10 times, he is thinking about you 1,000 times. He is creating all the opportunities to bring you back because you came, you separated from him. Okay, so what happened? We just looked outside and we asked something material, which is not Bhagavan. He is all attractive. He is all opulent. He is everything. But 1 minute changed everything. That's why we all came to this material world. But he didn't leave us. He said that if you are leaving, I'm gonna be with you, guiding all the time as a Paramatma, staying inside. Okay, he came with us, staying inside as a Paramatma. And second reason, when God is leaving, he will always give us protection. Okay, because we cannot face this world. That protection is Lakshman. Okay, but what did Sita Devi did? What did she did? Anyone? Huh? Yes. She used harsh words against Lord Lakshman, and she sent him away. At that moment, if you see, Bhagavan will provide the association of Bhagavatas. Bhagavatas means the person who is close to Bhagavan. If you see, you all are choose to come here today to meet some Bhagavatas. The Maharaj who is singing here, you all are got mercy by singing with him, dancing with him. So it's a Bhagavad association. But most of the times we don't like to choose Bhagavad association. We want something else. We always want to go out and enjoy all material opulences outside. Okay, that is the reason. And the last thing is Ravan. Ravan is very, very opulent. He has the golden building and like he has everything. All the demigods is under his control. But he is not satisfied. He still wants something else. He captured around thousands of princes from the different lokas, Devaloka and Gandharva Loka, from everywhere. He captured so many princes before he comes to Sita Devi. Like even he is not satisfied. This material opulence is like this. In this material world, whatever you do every day, definitely you look for something else. We all are experiencing the same. From the childhood till now, we are going through different phases of the life. Am I correct? Like earlier we want some studies, and after that we want some job. Now we want house. After that we want cars. After that we want to make some money for our retirement. And if you go on, still unsatisfied. You are still unsatisfied. You need more and more and more on daily basis. You're not going to satisfy at any cost. You can see example in this world. Even the very richest person, does he satisfied with anything? Everyone has problems. This material world is full of miseries. Full of miseries. So, if you see what is the common point in these three points, like common thing. Yes?
Trying to find something outside
Yes.
other than God or Krishna.
Yeah. I can say it as a desire. Ravana has desire to capture Sita, and Sita has a desire and a golden deer. Okay? We all have desires every day. So now we need to understand which particular desire is actually elevating us or progressing us, and which is taking us down, bringing to distractions. How do we know which desire is going, which desire is helping? Every day we do so many tasks on daily basis based on desires. So like, which desires? How do we know which is right, which is wrong? Anyone? Am I boring here? Okay. Could you please someone talk? Like, how can we think like which desire is right, which desire is wrong? Please. Prabhu. Monil Prabhu, you stand, please.
The desire which is taking us near to the God.
Okay.
That's correct.
Okay. How do we know which desire? Every day we have so many desires. How do we know which desire is taking you to God?
Which desire? Today?
Huh? Today you have a desire to come to temple. Yes, 100%. But every day we have so many other tasks. Other day like we work, and other day we go to some pubs or like some intoxication places. At that time also you have some desire. But like how do we know like which one is good, which one is bad?
Which give you happiness? Which give you happiness, that desire is a good one.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Maybe our inner soul tells us, like the first voice that comes from your inside, it tells you if it's right or wrong.
That is very nice answer. From inside, every time when we are doing some task, there is a little sign. Paramatma is guiding us from inside. Okay? But you asked for free will. You asked for golden deer. He will not involve in your task, whatever you want to do. Okay? But he will guide us from inside. You are listening for it, you are listening to it or not is your stand. Okay? But you will definitely receive it. If you observe this body correctly, when you are going to get ill, and it's going to give signs every day. Every time it's going to say something gonna bad happen to your body. Please take care. But we don't listen. Okay? In the same way, the soul, I mean like inside Paramatma, always guide us in, like while you are doing some task. Okay? So I'm going to take you to next slide, which is from Bhagavad Gita 16.2 first sloka. So here, Bhagavan says, Krishna himself says, Tasmak sasram pramanante karya akarya vyavasthitu. Tasmak, I mean like your duty, whatever the task that you are doing, and is based on the sastras. If you just, for example, you want to do any task, and if you take the reference of sastras, okay, now if you see, if you want to, like you see someone outside who is someone's wife, and like, but she is beautiful, immediately if thought came in your mind, and if you remember Ravana, what happened to him, as per the reference of sastras, then you will understand either you have to go with that particular thing or not. So from the sastras we can take different characters, like okay, this particular person did this thing, and this is the result. And if you observe yourself, your thoughts on daily basis, then definitely you will understand what to do and what not to do. Okay, so anyone would like to read that? Prab?
One should therefore understand that is what is duty and what is not duty by the regulations of the scriptures. Knowing such rules and regulations, one should act so that he may gradually be elevated.
Yes. So if someone follows scriptures while they are considering their duties, and that particular person will be elevated. Krishna himself said that. So that's the reason we must know the sastras and scriptures. On daily basis we have to read scriptures. And so most of the tasks, for example, every time we do so many tasks, and some of the tasks, they are so much confusing, either they are right or their responsibility, or like they are like you need to take care of your kids and you need to work hard sometimes, but actually you don't know like either is correct or is for the sastras or not. Every time you cannot open the sastras and so see either this is correct or this is wrong. So to know that, there is three things that we need to consider: manasa, vacha, karmana. Through mind, vacha, while you are talking, and karmana, whatever you are doing. So if you consider these three things, first thing is karmana, whatever the activities that you are doing, if you are able to follow the four principles in your life, that is four regulative principles, that is almost remaining everything is okay, almost, through activities. Who knows those four regulative principles? You know?
Hi. So four regulatory principles are
Hmm?
no gambling, no illicit sex, no meat eating, and no intoxication.
Yes. No intoxication, no meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling. If you are able to follow these four things by karmana, out of these three, through one, you are able to follow the best thing, like karmana, through karmana. And second thing, vacha. Vacha means whatever you are speaking. While you are speaking, there is it's a biggest thing that while we are speaking, we will gather a lot of karma. So what you are exactly talking, that is very, very important. If you are able to talk something very useful, which is related to the Bhagavan, if you know Sahasras, if you talk every point in your life, if you connected with Sahasras, and if you talk as a difference from the God or Sahasras, that is means by vacha, you are fulfill your second thing. And third thing, manasa. These two things is a little difficult, but the third one is very difficult, controlling the mind, where because it takes us all over. The person cannot go anywhere, but like the mind can go all the places, and they can visit all the places, and it can come back. So it's very dangerous. So further, we need to understand one concept from Bhagavad Gita, that is Bhagavad Gita entire chapter 14 talks about this particular thing, that is three modes of material nature. Who knows about these three modes of material nature? Anyone? Anyone else? You know three modes of material nature? You know? White? You don't know? Anyone else who knows three modes of material nature? Okay. Yeah, please. Please. Prabhu.
Sattagun, Rajgun, and Tamogun.
Yes.
Ignorance, passion, and
Yeah.
human.
That's nice. This entire 14th chapter talks about like these three modes. Each and every living entity in this world is combined with these three gunas. Each and every activity that you do, you are eating or you are doing anything, playing, and like you are working, and every activity is connected with these particular three gunas. Okay, sometimes you are so happy by coming to the temple and taking darshan. That is considered as a mode of goodness. Sometimes you help others in the street by giving some food. That is mode of goodness. And sometimes you take responsibility of your parents and help them till end of their last breath. That is mode of goodness. So this mode of goodness is there with us, with every living entity all the time, but sometimes it comes up, sometimes other two override this, like passion and ignorance. Who knows what is passion? Anyone would like to give some examples about passion? Yes?
Okay, we'll come.
Yes. Yeah, she's one.
For example, someone is an accountant and he has a passion of doing accounting and desires that I would become one of the greatest accountant in the world, grabbing all the knowledge of the world accounting.
100% true. 100% true. And any other examples?
Hi, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
So, like she says, I agree with that point.
Mm.
So, yeah, same like that, chasing the hobbies or dreams. For example, Virat Kohli, he is the cricketer, and if I like to be like him, so I have to practice like him and chase that passion and do more practice and get involved in that work more.
Yes, 100%. Passion something means, and every day is like most of the human beings and most of the animals is high in this guna. Like we always passionate about like our life, our activities. Every day we work very hard to earn some money, to like enjoy this material opulence, and we are passionate about so many things in this life. There is, after that I will ask few things like you can tell what mode comes under. And the ignorance is something like being very lazy, and like you are keep on postponing your alarm, sleeping late, and as well as like when you have to take some important responsibility, but you are just avoiding, and like these all are come under ignorance. So now you have to understand why these are very important. If you connect back to our story, okay, as I said, Sita Devi represents us and we separated from God. First time when we look outside, immediately what happened? Ravana came and captured her immediately. So whenever we see outside Bhagavan, this mind with the passionate, like the guna of passionate, with rajas, is immediately capture this particular soul and bring it to one particular place where is very far from Bhagavan. Even Bhagavan cannot come that particular place until he takes help of the Hanuman. Okay? This mind is always ready with these three gunas, trying to capture you with the different sense objects and keep you away from the God all the time. And if you see, out of these many people, only few people are gathered here. And if you see in the Toronto, how many people are outside? They all are engaged somewhere in the other sense object. Like if you see, go out and like, if you go anywhere, everything you can see in the intoxication is happening. They all captured by different sense organs and sense objects. So, but few of us, we just came here for some reason. Okay, so this Ravana plus Asura, he is represented as the mind in mode of passion. Okay, so let's go through the next thing. What happened like when we have this desire? So if this desire is not fulfilled, and what will happen? Huh? Frustration, okay. Huh? Sorry. Angriness. Okay. So we all have desires. When this desire is not fulfilled, it will become lust. That is a lust. And after, if someone says this is wrong, and it will create anger in you. And after that, if you are unable to grab that particular desire, then it will become greedy. Okay, let's see what Krishna says about like these three qualities. So in Bhagavad Gita 16.21, Krishna says, Tri vidam naraka shesha dwaram nashanam atmanaha. Dwaram means three gates. Three means here three. Vidam means like gates. Dwaram means gates. Three ways to approach hell. That is, anyone would like to see that? What it is? Lust, anger and greed. These three things is the way to go to hell. And unfortunately we cannot avoid that in this daily life. If you observe yourself on daily basis, and you can come to these particular 3 points on daily basis most of the times. Every one of us. Just observe yourself. Deeply just think about yourself when you are doing activities. We are encountered by one of these activities every time. Every time. Okay. And how can we Like it's very difficult to avoid that. Krishna only says that. It's very difficult. But we need to use it in the right way, these particular three things. Okay, that's we're gonna see how it's gonna happen. So first, to resolve this issue, to stop this particular way of thinking, so what we have to know is, we have to know either we are controller or Bhagavan is controller. The main reason is we think we are controller. We can do this. We can earn. We can maintain our family. We can take care of ourselves. We are doing everything. When this we or I or mine, when is involved, that means you are keeping Bhagavan away. You are involving yourself with each and every activity. When that happens, automatically Bhagavan will not involve. Why? Because you are trying to do I, mine. So definitely Bhagavan will not involve. So what will happen? Automatically you will get karma. Okay. So each and every activity that you are doing on daily basis, you can do the same activity, but in the mind saying, Bhagavan, you provided this for me. And thank you for this. And you will not get any karma. Let's see the practical example. You all have so many graduates with you, and so many like bags and like everything. So many things. And like just track, is it really yours? Okay. This laptop, I bought it few days back. What about before that? Okay. One company, like they started building these tools. But like where did this particular metal came from? And what did this inside all the small particles came from? If you see anything, this table, where did it came from? And where this iron came from? If you backtrack yourself, whatever you have with you right now, is everything is extracted by someone, has made it as an object for your use. That means if you understand, everything is coming from Mother Earth. And who created this Mother Earth? Bhagavan itself. So that means if you clearly observe your own life on daily basis, is simple logic, we are not the controller. Who is protecting you while you are in the mother womb? Small question. Like now you may say like doctor is protecting, then why doctor is unable to protect everyone who is going to hospital? Okay. So if you just put a little consciousness towards it and start observing your activities and your life, is simple, we are not the protectors. And we are not the doers. Okay. This all is maintained by Bhagavan, God himself. That is the simple truth. But we are always forget this truth. That is the problem. And we involve I did it. That is the biggest problem. Okay. From there, what Bhagavan says about this thing, let's go to next verse. This is this particular verse from Isha Upanishad. Isha Upanishad is the first Upanishad out of all the Upanishads. In this is the first verse. In this verse, Bhagavan says, anyone knows what is the verse? First verse? Monil, you know? Let's go to next verse. Isha Vasham Idam Sarvam. No? So Isha Vasham Idam Sarvam means God is saying that everything animate or inanimate that is within this universe is controlled or owned by me. Lord himself is saying that is everything. He is boldly saying this. This is all controlled by me. And if you see, there is one thing, one should therefore accept only those things necessary for himself which are set aside as his quota. That means when God is creating you, and he already decided how much opulent you should be, what is your beauty, and everything is decided. And if you work 24 hours to make money, actually whatever the quota is decided, only you will get that quota. Even if you work 24 hours, even you work 8 hours, even you work 6 hours. Whatever it may be. You are thinking by working more, you are getting more money. But actually it's not. The quota is already decided. Some way it will come to you. Even you work 24 hours or you will work 8 hours. Even you work 8 hours, even you work 6 hours. The voice is repeating. Whatever it may be. You are thinking by working more, you are getting more money. But actually it's not. The quota is already decided. Some way it will come to you. Even you work 24 hours or you will work 8 hours. So it's very important to understand that we are not the controllers. The Bhagavan is the controller. So let's go in one more verse where Krishna says that he is sitting inside each and every person and guiding us, whatever the, your name please? Yeah. Amisha. Bhagavan confirms that in Bhagavad Gita. She said like, Bhagavan guides us from inside. Okay. If you see the Supreme Lord situated in everyone's heart and directly rendering all living entities who are seated as in a mission. If you see, Bhagavan compared this particular body as a mission. Mission means one day it will stop working. So this mission, for example, I will give one analogy. Most of us, we are staying in the rented houses, right? Am I correct? Most of us, we are staying in rented houses. And if you say that this house is mine and I will live here permanently, do you think the house owner will accept that? No. The same thing is happening here. We all are living in a mission which is not permanent. And this body should go one day. And we are seeing on daily basis this. Some of our grandfathers and before our ancestors, they left their body. And the same way, we also leave our body. And whatever you are doing for this body, unfortunately, everything is useless. And this body should go one day. And we are seeing on daily basis this. Some of our grandfathers and before our ancestors, they left their body. At least reduce volume. Mute it. So, we need to understand this particular body will definitely go away. And we need to understand what we are doing with this body. Okay. Whatever we are doing for this body is not permanent. But only one thing is permanent. After this body leaves also, we can make few things permanent. That is devotional service. Whatever you do for God, whatever you are thinking, whatever the activity that you are doing with this body, thinking this is the God provided one. So what will happen is there will be no karma and again you no need to take birth. Okay. So this is little philosophy till now. Now I will connect you back with all the story. So I'm going to come up with one question. What did Ravana do? Anyone? Would you like to? She, back.
Distract us and takes us away from God in different manner.
Yes. Yes, Ravana did the same thing. He captured Sita. Immediately he took her to Lanka. In Lanka, if you see, it's a very beautiful place. Very, very beautiful place. And after he took her, immediately he started taking her to palaces, like different palaces, with the beautiful beaches and all the opulent places, gold, and everything he showed to her. Everything. And he said, everything is yours. Everything is yours. You have to do only one thing. That is, you have to be my princess. So, what is this mind is doing? Immediately capturing us and taking and showing all the opulence outside and telling that whatever you do, definitely this is all yours. Okay, you're gonna enjoy this all opulence. This mind is always trying to trick us in such a way that this is happiness, and this having this car is happiness, and going out for trips are happiness. Everything is happiness. Like that, the same thing, this mind is trying to Sita, like showing all the opulence. Okay, you will be my princess, and this is all yours. But the one thing is, Sita realized immediately she captured. She realized that she did wrong. Even she been with Ravana, she never helped him in any way to go in the trap. She started reciting Rama, 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 Rama. If you see, after like uh, uh, from the Sundara Kanda, like from that particular place till end, Sita only reciting Rama, 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 Rama. This is the reciting mantra. All the time remembering the Bhagavan, whatever is doing. You go everywhere. This material body is designed in such a way, you have to go everywhere in this material world. But what is your consciousness? Are you really remembering Lord for giving these all things? Such a beautiful place, but such a beautiful nature for us to enjoy for you, just for you. Are you at least thanking Him at least one day for providing this particular body in such a way that you can survive, you can eat, and like whatever you are eating is coming from Mother Earth. Whatever, all this body, if you observe clearly, what is needed for this body, everything is free. Air, you are breathing every day, free. Parents, most valuable persons to teach you, first Guru, free. And food coming from Mother Earth, free. Everything is free. But we are looking for other comforts. That is the only mistake that we are doing. Now, Sita went to each and every place that Ravana took. But she always reciting Ram, 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 Ram. So, from here, what happened? So, because she is not agreed for anything, what did he do? What did Ravana do? He just took her to Ashoka Vatika, where like surrounded by 500 demons, okay, Rakshasas. If you see, these 500 demons are compared with the sense objects. For example, we have 5 senses. With each sense, we gather 100 objects. If I say Goa, so immediately you will remember the time that you enjoyed with your friend in Goa. Okay? If I say Gulab Jamun, so you will remember, okay, it's very sweet, okay, I can enjoy it. So with this each senses, we gathered 100 things and we kept it in our brain, and this is every time it will try to capture that Sita. Okay? Ravana said, because she is not accepting me, she doesn't have a place in palace, but I am keeping it her and keeping 500 Rakshas there, and whenever she stops saying Rama, try to convince her. The mind is doing the same thing, keeping all the sense objects around us, whatever we gather through these senses, trying to capture this mind all the time for the outside world, not towards the Bhagavan. Once you come out from the Bhagavan, once you stop chanting and you just come out, automatically something will grab you and it will take you away. Like some of you came here today for a reason, others they choose other option. Okay, so that's where we stuck. That's what like title says, where did we stuck? We stuck here very far from our God, staying here just with the different material objects, not thinking about God. Okay, and if you see, let's go to next verse. So once you started reciting Rama, 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 mantra, once you started reciting mantra, so what will happen? What is the result? So what did Sita Devi did? When she did it, immediately other side, Rama is, if you go through Ramayana, if you read those Rama's pain when he's separated from Sita Devi is unexplainable. And you will definitely feel it when you read it. So Lord is actually worried a lot about us. But he cannot come directly for a reason. He will send Hanuman, who is representative of Mantra Swarupa, first thing, and Guru Swarupa, spiritual master. Okay, so the only way that we realize ourselves in this God realization in this particular age is only through spiritual master. We have our spiritual master, A.C. Prabhupada. So he started this ISKCON movement and he helped us to understand this philosophy, helped us to understand the science of God realization in different ways, providing different scriptures. Okay, so what will happen? So results of japa, when you keep on chanting the name, okay, what will happen? First, these sense objects which you gathered already from the life after life after life, they will not impact you in such a way that you will away from the God. They will not create any problem to you. When you started chanting, automatically you will be purified. And second thing, God himself sends spiritual master to you. You can take shelter and you can take his guidance to go back to Godhead. Okay? And third thing, while he's sending, Hanuman, when he came to Sita Devi, what did he bought? Ring, which was named as a Rama on top of it. Okay? That is representation of mantra. The spiritual master come up with mantra and he will initiate you with mantra. That mantra will actually help you to go to Godhead. Okay? Why this mantra is very important? So, if you see, in different ages, we can realize the God in different ways. But in this particular age, Kali Yuga, the only way that you can achieve the spiritual realization through mantra. Okay? So, before I come to Krishna consciousness, I used to hear different speakers. They said like different mantras, like they said one is for sun god, Aditya Hridayam, and I followed it for some time. And someone said like Gayatri mantra, I followed it for some time. And someone said Siva Shotram, I followed it for some time. And there are someone said Vishnu Shotram, like I followed it for some time. There are different things. Different, if you go, there is so many recitations. But how do we know which is we need to follow? Like which mantra we need to recite? And there are few mantras, actually they will backfire us if you don't properly pronounce it. Sanskrit verses. And if you are something is missing, Gayatri mantra is example. If you don't pronounce it properly, it's going to backfire. So how do we know which mantra you need to follow? Okay. And in Yuga Dharma, if you go to scriptures and if you started reading scriptures, most of the scriptures, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and as well as so many Upanishads mentions, only the Hare Krishna mantra is the only way to realize the God. It doesn't have any side effects. You can pronounce it in any way, and it will help you to realize God in a long term. Okay. So, if you see, there are few things I gathered. I'm going to conclude with this. I think I gathered a few, what can I say, like the purports, I mean like the translations from the slokas. So, one after one you can read it, like to understand the importance of sloka. Anyone would like to pass mic to them? One after one? Anyone? Who would like to start first?
Everyone will read one by one.
Yeah.
Of all sacrifices, I am the chanting of the holy names, and the Lord tells Narada, my dear Narada, actually...
One second. This first statement, of all sacrifice, we are doing so many sacrifices on daily basis for God. Of all sacrifice, God himself say that the chanting of holy name is I am, is personally Krishna himself. That is from Bhagavad Gita 10.25. Next.
The Lord tells Narada, my dear Narada, actually I do not reside in my abode, Vaikuntha, nor do I reside within the hearts of the yogis, but I reside in that place where my pure devotees chant my holy name and discuss my form, pastimes and qualities.
God says like, we have like so many sadhus who are dedicating their life in the meditation. And God is saying that actually I'm not going to reside in their heart. They are dedicating their life and he's saying no. He's saying that whoever chants my name, not meditation, in this age is not recommendable. Earlier age is completely different, and this particular age only the self-realization will happen through the reciting of mantra. That will purify us. So God himself is saying that who chants my holy name and discusses my forms and pastimes and qualities, who talks about Krishna continuously or talks about Bhagavan, he is saying that I will recite in their hearts. Okay, next one. Rahul?
The Hare Krishna mantra is especially suited to deliver us from the dangers of the Kali Yuga.
Yeah.
And
so, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Who knows Hare Krishna Maha Mantra here? Okay. So let's chant everyone together. Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is there if anyone don't know. So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. In Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the conclusion of all the scriptures. In that Srimad Bhagavatam, God himself says, the Hare Krishna mantra is especially suited to deliver us from the dangers of this Kali Yuga. This particular age, the only way is reciting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Okay, God himself is strongly saying that. Okay, would you like to pass? Next.
Chanting of the holy names of the Lord is the common platform for the universal religion of mankind in the Kali Yuga.
Same again, chanting of the holy name is for this mankind is the only way in this age. Okay, this is also from Srimad Bhagavatam first canto. Okay, next.
What is obtained in the Satya Yuga by meditating on Vishnu? In Treta Yuga by proportion him with elaborate sacrifices, and in Dwapara Yuga by worshipping of the deities, is attained in Kali Yuga by Harinama Kirtan.
Yes. Sorry. In Satya Yuga, if you see, the people have very long duration and they started meditating a lot. And Treta Yuga is doing some sacrifices. And Dwapara Yuga, deity worship. And in this particular age, apart of all these things, main thing is mantra meditation. Okay, that was mentioned. As per the Sastras, is also from Srimad Bhagavatam. So these are the different incarnations from all the yugas, like from, if you see, for every time. So first if you see, from the Matsya avatar till Krishna avatar, in each avatar, from the avatar to avatar, God is being more merciful. In Matsya avatar, there is only one person who is connected with God, Satyavrata. And next, if you keep on coming, in Rama avatar, you can see most of the people are connected to direct relationship with Lord, something another way. If you come to Krishna avatar is more like, he's like a friend. He's friend of everyone. Unlike Lord Arjuna, who is friend of Krishna, he started hitting Lord Krishna with his leg in the war. He is so merciful. Like that, if you see, 500 years back, there is one incarnation of Lord. He is called Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is very more merciful, and he started this Krishna conscious movement. If you see ISKCON wherever in this particular world, that is the ISKCON movement is started. I mean, like the Krishna conscious movement is started by God himself in 500 years in the form of Gauranitai. In the last Gana you can see. He is very, very, very merciful. And here, the people who is living here, they have special relationship with him. And his reciprocation is very, very, very fast. He is very merciful. You start trying to concentrate more on mantra meditation, you will know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu a lot. Okay, so he is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with his associates. He is appeared 500 years ago to establishing the Yuga Dharma Sankirtan movement. So I'm gonna conclude with one last thing. This is from the one Purana, Bruhan Naradiya Pradhana, and CC means Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi 17.21. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Iva Kevalam, Kalaus Nastu, Kalaiv Nasteva, Kalaiv Nasteva Gatir Anayata. So in this age of Kali, there is no alternative, there is no alternative, there is no alternative for spiritual progress than the holy name, the holy name, the holy name of the Lord. So 3 times he is saying, and he is strongly establishing this for a purpose. Thus, in this particular age, only the Harinam is the only way. So that's why we always, if you see in Hare Krishna, there is a Kirtan of Hare Krishna mantra, and like every time there is classes regarding to the Hare Krishna mantra. So I'm going to conclude this with here. Thank you very much for everyone. So, after someone to chant.
No, we don't have beats today. Hare Krishna. So, a big round of applause for our speaker, Venkatesh Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for that enlightening session. It was amazing. And so this is the Saturday Sadhana Circle. It happens every Saturday, 6:30 to 7:30. So if you are here around, if you're planning to do something, please try to join us. So we also serve prasadam at the end, but today for some reason we have another event going on side by side. So for that reason, we don't have prasadam together. But the DT doors will open 8 o'clock for darshan, so you can take darshan. And we also have other bunch of events. On Mondays, we have something called Monday Movies. So if you are planning to go for a movie, planning a movie night, you can also join us. We watch some spiritual movies in conference hall downstairs. And it starts around 6:30 every Monday. And then on Tuesdays, we have something called Tuesday Sangha, where we talk on Bhagavad Gita. So there will be a speaker who will guide you through Bhagavad Gita. And then on Wednesdays, we have 2 events. So the first one, it starts 6:30 p.m. It's called the meditation party. Those who have attended might know. Meditation party is an event where we do meditative kirtan, and at the end, it turns out in a party. So we do fast kirtan, we dance, we sing. And then another event, it's called the reading club. So where we all gather on Zoom meeting and try to do some reading. We also have all this information on the notice board outside. So if you want to have a look, you can have a look there. And then on Thursdays, we have something called the art of journaling. So what we do is we sit down and then we discuss why we should journal, what all we can journal about. And then we also do some journaling. We have some prompts and then we try to journal. And then on Fridays, so every first and third Friday, we do Divine Dialogues. So Divine Dialogues is an event where we sit and we have a discussion, like a spiritual discussion like today. But it's more light and it's related to the daily topics, and we try to put some spiritual insights or the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. And then on every second and fourth Friday, we have something called the Bhajan Evening, which was yesterday. So what we do in Bhajan Evening is, we try to sing the timeless, ancient bhajans or poems written by the acharyas, or some of them are found in the Shastras. Yesterday we sang something called the Dashavtar Stotram, which describes all the Dashavatars that the Lord took, in different yugas. And then on Saturdays, as you all are attending, the Saturday Sadhana Circle. And on Sundays, we have the Sunday Feast. Sunday Feast, it's like a huge event of gathering, like those who all are practicing the Bhakti Yoga, or those who are, regular to the temple. We all gather on Sunday, and it starts around 6:30 with the Gaur Aarti and goes on until 9. So we have a discourse from 6:30 to 7:20, and then from 8 to 9, we have a kirtan. And we also serve prasadam before kirtan. So it's a very nice event if you would like to attend. And I think that's all. So these are the events. We also are doing, sorry, I missed something. On weekends, we are doing Bhagavad Gita classes. It goes on from 11 to 1. So if you're planning to join, we have a WhatsApp group called Bhakti Academy Community. So the QR code is there on the notice board. So if you're planning to join, you can join that, and you'll be notified of all the events. So thank you so much for joining for Saturday Sadhana Circle, and we'll see you again. Hare Krishna. Also, if you have any kind of questions that you want to ask, the speaker will be here for some time. And yeah, he'll be very happy